Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're lucky because we're just starting the show for today. And our topic for today is going to be centered around what we basically discuss here on the Engender Show. And topic for today is women empowerment, creating safe spaces and building brighter future. So but before we go into the show proper, let us go through a quick excerpt about the topic. Now, women's empowerment is the cornerstone of a just and thriving society. It is the belief that every woman, regardless of her background, deserves the opportunity to live freely, pursue her dreams, and access resources that ensure her well-being. At the heart of empowerment lies the creation of safe spaces where women can be their authentic selves without fear of judgment, discrimination, or violence. These spaces, whether physical, emotional, or digital, are crucial for fostering confidence, resilience, and mutual support amongst women. Building a brighter future for women means dismantling the barriers that limit their potential, whether in education, career, or social engagement. You know, on the Engender Show, we talk about women a lot, and this topic is going to be a fun one to discuss. And taking that topic with us is our guest for today. Her name is Damilola Ajiboye. I know I said that way because I'm Yoruba.
So what now?
Yes. Damilola Ajiboye is an entrepreneur, a chef, and an advocate for women's empowerment.
Welcome to the
show, Damilola.
Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It's glad to have you joining us on the show this evening.
Yeah, you're looking, let me just say, you're looking beautiful, and like the economy is not affecting you.
No, at all. It's
not affecting you. You don't lie.
Is it packaging? I got something from her portfolio you read. She is a chef. And then I was expecting, one or two lunch boxes. Chefs, test one of your delicacies.
Next time we bring.
Okay. Anticipating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but before we go further, I just want to say, our condolences from everybody here on Kaftan TV to the victims of the Cairo incident.
Yeah, the tanker explosion yesterday.
Because it was just everywhere, and the images I saw, they were just
really
frightening.
Fatal. It was really fatal.
It was frightening. But
I mean, that's why we keep asking road safety personnel. I mean, they should know how to regulate the movement of these tankers.
The tankers.
You cannot be plying the route where workers coming from work ply. They should have a different time.
Yeah.
Yesterday was not funny. I mean, the traffic alone, people got home around, was it to 12, after 12?
What?
People that left offices by 5, 6 p.m. Everywhere was blocked.
Wow.
Even this morning, I think when I was coming to work, there was a little traffic because they were still trying to, remove one or two things on the road. It was not funny at all. So the road safety should
Exactly. This is the time.
They should do their work.
Wow. I mean, condolences. I mean, it's to the people that are affected, and nearby. It's a very. The issue is how
this afternoon, was it around 12? We also heard that within that same axis, a trailer with rice fell on another vehicle or something like that, causing another traffic. But thank God no life was lost in this particular one. So we're still calling on the road safety personnel to please do their work, control the movement of these trailers or trucks to avoid such tragic incidents from happening.
Yes, let's not digress too much away from our topic for today, which is once again a women empowerment, creating safe spaces and building brighter future for women. So let me just start with you, Damilola. Okay, it seems like now is I think in recent time this question, what is a woman, it has really become like a question.
Okay.
Like, who is a woman? What is a woman? It has become a question. Usually before you're like, what is a woman? Is a woman, I'm a woman, she's a woman, but now you have to explain what a woman is.
Okay.
But anyways, that just it's just a fun thing to say. But let's just start by saying, okay, we're talking about women empowerment.
Yeah.
So, what does women empowerment mean to you? What does women empowerment mean to you? And, let's just start with that. What does it mean to you?
Okay. To me, I would say women empowerment means like this is an avenue where women are being given the opportunity to bet out their dreams, to bet out their passion, and to make independent choices. Because so many women out there actually have things they want to do. They have this goal they want to achieve. They have this big picture, but in a way they are not the empowerment they need to bet out these things is not there. So to me, women empowerment is giving women that opportunity to bet out their passion, their goals, and the big picture they have in their mind for their future.
Well, what do you say about the confidence? I mean, I know women empowerment is a topic that a lot of people think they know because it's always there, women empowerment. But like, it means different things to different people. So what does it mean to you?
I think to me it means empowering women. It goes beyond, so many things. Like empowering a woman looking beyond her background, her educational qualification, her connection, or whatever. Empowering these women to become the best, their best, bringing out the best from them. Now, this empowerment, to an extent, I feel some people put one or two into consideration before giving this empowerment to women.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, for example, if you don't have connection, you don't get this empowerment.
Yeah.
Because so many people feel that this empowerment revolves around money, financial resources. But there are so many ways you can empower a woman beyond just giving that a woman money. But in Nigeria, some people, if you don't have connection, someone that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, you don't get this empowerment. You must know someone at the upper echelon before you get this empowerment, which is very wrong. Every woman has the right to get this empowerment. No matter your background, no matter where you're coming from, your education, qualification, or status, your wealth status, or whatever, every woman deserves this empowerment. Because when you empower women, one way or the other, they will contribute to the national growth when it comes to the economy. We need women in the society to live beyond depending on men for different kind of things. There are things that a woman should be able to, afford by herself. Not everything you need Maggie, you depend on a man. You need to get salt, you need to get clothes, you depend on a man. But when they are empowered, they'll be able to take care of little things and also contribute to the national economy in one way or the other. So I feel empowering women is a way you better the life of a woman, bringing out the best from that woman.
And contributing to the society at large. Okay, so what would you say to the fact that there are some women out there that are empowered? I've seen situation of a woman that financially she is empowered. She's a landlady, she's everything, but to the Maggie she buys in her house, she'll still collect the money from her husband. So what do we say about that? So what do we say about that?
She is financially stable.
Yes, she is.
And yet she is being empowered.
Yes.
But she still asks her husband for...
Yes.
I think she's being selfish.
To the last that she buys in that, she says the husband still has to pay. So this empowerment we're talking about, some women out there have it. Some women are empowered. But it still seems that we still go back because they still tell you that the husband still has to provide for everything, despite the fact that they are in a marriage, in a relationship that is supposed to work, because they're supposed to work as a partner. So I'm just saying.
Probably they don't have the basic knowledge of what empowerment entails. Or they got the empowerment in a very wrong way.
Anyways.
Damilola, what do you have to say about this?
Okay, you talked about a woman.
Yeah.
She's financially stable and she still depends on her husband for everything.
No, she doesn't. Like, she's financially stable. Let's say now, for instance, that thing where women would say, borrow. Your husband will say, "Oh, I don't have money now."
Okay.
Say, "I'll borrow you. You pay me back." Is that situation?
Okay.
So to the last that she buys in the house, she will collect that money because she feels like she has borrowed him the money and she's still collecting them back.
And she still has that mentality that the man is the provider.
Yes.
Just to provide for. But isn't the woman supposed to be a helpmate?
You say that, but all this is part of, the issues that we have, that, that are obstacles to what we're talking about, the women empowerment. Because when we're talking about women empowerment, it's sometimes when people are talking about women empowerment, it seems like the obstacle comes from the male gender sometimes. Okay. But sometimes it does come from the female gender. Okay. So that's just like, I'm just saying, but we're still going to get to that. How can we ensure that this empowerment is accessible, regardless of background? Because like Confidence said, and that's one thing that people look at in Nigeria. People are very conscious about your connections, exactly. Who you know, what you know, but that should not be it. So how can we ensure that women are empowered regardless of wherever they come from?
Okay. How we can actually ensure that women empowerment goes beyond favoritism. I'll just use that word. Exactly. I think the government has a very big role to play here, and organizations like NGOs and all also have a role to play here. And what is the role? We need programs on awareness where women come together to actually they give us this education about ourselves. We get to we get to understand self-awareness. Then after that, then we can now talk to the society, because now beyond background and all, why some of these empowerment, why whenever they want to empower women, why they actually check this favoritism and all of that, is because sometimes what is actually needed, some women don't have it. We have been, no, not we here. There is this mindset of, okay, the men are actually higher than me. There's really nothing I can actually do that the society might actually recognize. So most women are in their shell. We just try to stay in that shell and we don't push for more. People that actually push for more are those that, okay, they've been exposed to go for what they want to get. So if you would be empowering women, we have to be sure that everything that is actually needed, this set of women actually have it. Sometimes, okay, now if you talk about if not few of our ladies now, women that actually having this political knowledge, some persons just feel, okay, politics is for men. If they even give an opportunity now, that okay, for this set of these positions now, let us leave it to the women. When it comes to being making policies, some key stuffs, do we actually have the capacity to actually attain this height? So we blame the government sometimes. We blame some factors that, okay, people actually look out for your connections, your background and all. Aside that, even though our society does not really, they really give more of this stuff to the men, we ourselves have to show this society that we are actually capable of whatever. There's this saying, what a man can do, a woman can do better. But in the honest truth, there are so many scenarios where if they actually put out some things, the men will still do better than us. I just feel there's this mental reset some women actually need to go through for them to get to some height where if you want to put away favoritism, want to push away background, want to push away your age, your culture and all of that, there's a particular height we need to get to before all of that can be pushed aside. But except to get to those heights, I don't see that empowerment actually happening.
This heights you're talking about, how can we attain this height?
Number one, self-awareness.
Okay.
We need to know, like, people say women are actually stronger than men, and being stronger than men is not all about the physical appearance and the body and everything. Emotionally,
yes,
we are
stronger,
and this is like an advantage we're meant to always use in some things,
the positive,
but sometimes we just allow some things just slide. So for us to be able to attain the height you spoke about, every single thing that we need to do, we should start doing them, and not just doing them, we should make sure we do them well. If we talk about, like, most of our now I would use policies as an example. No matter how we insult our leaders and we talk about most of them, when they, I don't know, during this senator appointment and all, I don't know if you watched the news, the portfolios, the certifications these people have. So it's not just about, okay, they maybe they rigged election or they did this, they did that. These people have, like,
what it takes.
They have what it takes. So we also need we need to actually strive for this, strive to gain this height, so that we can have a say and we can have a voice in the society.
The thing is, recently I had a talk with, about this. I feel like in this society, I've come to the understanding, or I just got, like, I will not say an epiphany, but, like, I just come to the understanding that nobody should, in this world, we say, okay, we live in a man's world, is a man's world, but for me, it's everybody's world. Is the word of anybody that goes for it.
That's true.
So because it seems like the men are going for it more, then it seems like their word. So by the time more women start going for it, it's everybody's word. Honestly, for me, this word is, we are all on a level ground. You just have to go for it. For me. So this women empowerment, the topic we're having now is an interesting topic to me, because, like you said, we have to start with the self-awareness. When my friend was talking and she was saying that, but women, are marginalized, I'm like, what are women feeling? What are they thinking? Why will you walk into a place as a woman and think you are marginalized? Why will you walk into a place and think you don't have power? Don't think that way.
Women are marginalized. What are you doing to, get away from that marginalization? Are you going to stay put or do something about it?
That's the thing. We have to. It starts with the self-awareness.
Exactly.
If you start thinking, okay, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this, you won't be able to do it.
That's right.
So this women empowerment starts from the self-awareness. We have to come to the realization that we have just as much power as the men.
That's true.
So, like, in that, we live in a society where worldwide we do have to create safe spaces for women, because it was on the news I think about last week or so, that a person a guy killed his, I think it was his girlfriend, because they broke up. He stabbed her to death.
Wow.
So when we are talking about safe spaces, what is a safe space, number one, and how do we create it for women?
And this safe space comes in two phases. We have the private and the public. So just try to correlate.
Exactly.
Okay. Safe space for women, the public and the private part. Okay, I think safe space for me, I think I'll let me go this way. A safe space is somewhere that you as a person feel and find comfort. And it's not just like a physical environment. A safe place can be a person, it can be a community,
That's right.
it can be a group of persons. So for the public now, the public's safe space in Nigeria currently, one of the major safe space that women can have is actually the government.
Okay.
There I don't know, there are some issues that just happen, and we are at the point where we are almost normalizing some things. Like on the internet, when you see somebody stab the girlfriend, it's like it's just like a normal news now.
We're starting to get desensitized now because it's no longer like
everybody just okay. They will arrest the guy, and when they drag the issue for a while, and
it's not the first time now. It's not the first time it will pass.
Some policies need to be created, and not just created, like they need to be implemented strongly. If not, the public safe space for the women has to come from the government. You see, the issue of domestic violence is not today. Like I've heard someone say, if you beat your wife, it's a sign of love.
I'm beginning to see it as a norm. Yeah.
I don't.
Are they beginning to see it as a norm?
Yes.
They feel okay for a man to actually lay his hands on his wife. Actually, maybe she went overboard, and she actually deserves.
And some will say, it's right for the man to lord over the woman, because he went to pay her bride price as if he bought her, as if she is a commodity. So he owns her, he lords over her.
But that sort of thinking will only work in a country like Nigeria, where the man is paying the bride price. But in a country like I think India,
where the woman pays
the woman, so should the woman beat the husband because she went to pay his groom price or whatever it is?
Some of these apart from even the
domestic violence
and all, another thing again that is affecting this stuff is actually our culture.
All right.
The culture. Sincerely, the culture. Okay, from my side, I think this story I got it from my mom. When you pay the bride price, they actually return it after the whole ceremony. They give you back, and they tell you, we didn't sell our daughter. Just take care of her.
Okay, that's your culture.
But there are some culture that
they won't return it.
They will not return it,
and the price is exorbitant. It's as if you are selling that
like your culture.
Igbo.
Don't talk too far.
But not my state. Not my state.
You are saying not your state. It's okay. Okay. So the thing is, like you said, one of the the main causes of this. That's the obstacles to women empowerment in a society like ours is our culture. What are some, because when you know the root causes of some things, you know what to tackle.
Profess solutions.
Okay.
So what are the other causes you think that are obstacles to women being empowered in Nigeria or at large?
Some of the causes, culture. Then I think we talked about culture, number one. Number two, I would say, how do I put this now? I'm looking for the right word. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the obstacles again, apart from culture, I spoke about self-awareness already.
Yes.
And I think I spoke about just self-awareness. I think another major cause is I spoke about the government already. Yeah.
Okay.
Our this point I want to state now.
Shatter the roof.
Scatter tables.
Okay. Our families. And I will explain. why our families are actually some of the root causes that hinders women empowerment
Okay.
directly to our fathers and mothers. When you give birth to a child, what do you tell her?
A child, that's the female child.
Yes. How do you groom that child to fit into the society? There are some families that more of the go to school, get this degree, push for this is for the men. The ladies, all you hear is learn how to cook,
home chores.
job. Like, what do we get? Because apart from the going to, like, the things you hear from your teachers in school and all, the people you stay longer with are your parents. Are your parents. And also when you are actually trying to like go further, like some parents tend to like push the guys forward when it comes to spending money on you are attaining this, attaining that. They feel okay, the male child should actually go for this, and they're ready to give all the support. So when I see parents that actually push their female children, I'm like, thank God.
I was thinking that's that
happened.
It's still happening now.
It still happens.
Even with the civilization we've attained.
Some of our parents actually, we're in a civilized world, yes, but the mistake some of our parents are doing currently is that they are training their children the way they were brought up.
They were trained. Yeah.
So I think parents need reorientation when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Okay, still talking about empowerment. I think there is this notion, I don't know if I should term it as general, that empowering women is only meant for women that are, going through one financial constraint, or let me use this word, women that are poor. Are you in consensus with that?
No.
But all poor women that needs to be empowered.
No.
Okay, can you buttress on that?
Every woman needs empowerment.
Okay.
For my definition of women empowerment, everybody has the big picture. Everybody has passion. Everybody have what they are actually driving towards. Like the poor women, the highest form of empowerment you can give them is actually financial empowerment. And if they are not even self-aware, they might not, after the whole
mismanage the fund.
They will still mismanage the fund. So I feel women empowerment should be for everybody, every woman, and majorly we can actually focus on the poor women, but we should still look out for there are people that actually have this big vision. Some people have they have this skill, and they have so much passion, and they are very good at this particular skill. It might be fashion designing, it might be anything, but the empowerment they need to actually push this vision forward, they really do not have it. Some have this this skill they actually want to learn. You might not give the woman like some money and say, okay, go and register. It might be like a skill acquisition program. You have empowered people. Let's say someone wants to learn fashion designing. You organize like 3 months or 6 month class for free. The person is done, and you give the person a sewing machine. You have solved the problem, and you have empowered a woman like that. So it's not just about the financial. Okay, let's go to this community. Let's share 500,000. Someone that does not have the education on how to be productive after the whole financial empowerment, the person will still come back to be a burden.
Exactly.
So women empowerment is for everybody, both the poor, the vision minded. It is actually for everybody, like every woman.
That's if it goes beyond finance.
Yes,
because there are so many NGOs that just limit their women, empower women just funds, giving them money and that.
But the thing is,
it shouldn't be.
I feel like because most of the time, like you said, what they need is most of the time at that point is finance. So the thing is, maybe that's the initial problem. but then how do you solve the bigger problem?
Okay.
Because when you're looking at somebody like a poor woman, like you said, you know, she's not dressed well, she's not, you know, she's looking unkempt, and that's it. At that point, you're not going to walk up to her and tell her, oh, you're not self-aware or what. She doesn't need that. The initial solution she needs from you is funds.
Funds, then.
Now, let me key into that. Now, you talked about a poor woman. Now, let me talk about women that, you know, has undergone domestic violence. You cannot just bring up a women empowerment to them at that point. There is something you need to do for them to heal so that they can reintegrate themselves into the society before you can now start talking about women empowerment. Now, let me pitch the question to you. How can we achieve this? You know, how can we help these women that has undergone this domestic violence to reintegrate themselves into the society before empowering them? How can we do it?
Okay, firstly, we need to, number one, bring them out of whatever environment they are in. Because the funny part is, I don't know how people call it love, but I really don't know the right name to use, because I don't know why you'll be with someone that beats you every day, like every day. And when you're telling the person to actually walk away, they're telling you, nah, I can't. I can't walk away. The society, and in the next few months, she's resting in peace.
Yeah. Because sometimes the society does speaking. You know, you have online in-laws. You've seen situations online where people speak up. You know, a woman comes online, oh, my husband beat me, took pictures. And everybody's like, leave this person, call police. But yet, 2 days later, come back. Oh, my husband and I will be okay. Just leave us alone. We want to solve our problems ourselves. So in that type of situation, how do you bring that woman? Because this is not even a matter of, you know, how do we help her? How do we help her help herself?
Okay, firstly, for any woman that there is actually no family and no mother that would actually be happy if her husband leaves, her daughter leaves the husband. There's this ideology that mothers have. Okay, just endure, just keep enduring. Your father,
that's what they did in their generation.
Your father was not the best man, but we had to endure, and that's why we are still together. I know. When I was talking about what they tell the female child, like, I don't know. I think I heard that I think from like age 50, 40, 60, it's very hard for you to correct somebody's mindset. So our mothers are already old, and there's really nothing we can actually tell them about. They feel they came to this world before you, and obviously they know better.
That's right.
So, but the woman, I think there need to be this I don't know, maybe if an organization can be created or formed that will actually be intentional about these women.
Domestic violence.
If it's maybe you walking up to the woman, trying to be her friend, creating this safe space, because some of these domestic people that have gone through domestic violence, they are very, very secretive. They just say little, they stuff up
everything.
If you just try to like bring up a conversation, before you know they are crying. There is a whole lot they've actually put in.
And some people are trying to avoid, being stereotyped.
Yes.
By opening up.
Yes.
That's another issue again. Why some find it difficult to open up.
Yes, because we're in a society where sometimes when you open up at the end of the day, some of these things are being used against you.
Some people will listen.
That's just it.
Yes. I mean, yes.
So if we want to actually help these women, we have to like maybe create an organization or some group of persons that will be very intentional about these women. It's not just about them opening up. It's about you, after opening up, you making sure your organization is actually a safe space. Then them seeing your organization as a safe space where they can breathe well. Not that when they've actually rested on your shoulders, then you let them, you fold their hands or you abandon them. Then you can now start making them see the big picture. I've seen people that walked out of marriages and instead of focusing on love, they actually focused on becoming who they were supposed to be. Because
Up.
a lot of people lost themselves to the whole domestic violence and all. They just like forgot about their passion, forgot about everything they wanted to become. So now the marriage. So you don't necessarily, marriage does not really define your success.
Yeah.
It's not everybody that will definitely get married. Some people will still
some people see it as a do or die affair.
Yeah.
marriage should not be all you live for as a woman.
Married, they are not complete.
Yes.
They see themselves.
But there is one question I want to ask.
Okay.
You know, when we're talking about creating empowerment for women, a lot of women believe that for you to, you know, attain that same height as a man, you have to be a man, and therefore shedding their femininity. I don't think for you to attain heights, you have to, you know, stop being
put on masculinity.
Exactly. So, like, you know, buttress about that, and how can women stop doing that? Because it's really becoming an issue. You get into, like, you see two people in a relationship that maybe have, because in our society, success is defined by your finances.
Yes.
That's true.
Success is defined by your finances. So you now see two people in a relationship that, you know, because they are on the same financial height, they are now claiming I'm the man. The woman is claiming I'm the man. The man is claiming I'm the man. So, you know, how do we? Yes, because you're a woman. Yes, you want to be empowered yourself. Yes, but how do you not shed your femininity because of that? You know, if you have any idea about that, just buttress how women out there can be women without, you know, without losing any part of themselves. They can do things without losing, you know, the woman essence in them.
Okay. Whether you are successful or not successful, you are a woman is a woman. Your our makeup, our build up is actually totally different from the man. I know success comes with this, like when I talk about success, I'm talking about the finances. It comes with this this ego and pride. Like, imagine as you can buy anything
you like,
whatever you can afford anything.
you can just do whatever. If you want to be in Dubai today, you have the money. Whatever you want to do,
it is a flex.
you can actually do it. But I feel one of the things that will actually help women still maintain who they are. Most women will actually need to work on humility as a person. This one now is not just whether you're wealthy, you're wealthy or not. If I feel for someone to actually get to that point and try to put up this stuff, before they actually got to that point, there were some atom of this character flaws already. Before, it's just the money that now sponsored and brought out the true color. They need to still work on humility, no matter what. The way, even the way God actually created us and all, the men are actually above us. Yes, no doubt.
Biologically.
Okay.
Married. Even maritally, we're meant to submit. Yeah, Christians, we're meant to submit. So no matter what, let us just work with humility. Yeah. Even the men, whether you are, everybody is meant to be humble.
Yes.
The fact that you are wealthy and this person is not wealthy, or you are at the same height, does not mean that you should raise shoulders or anything. We are both humans. We should treat people with respect. We should treat people with love, and we should just maintain this cool atmosphere.
Yeah. So
you talked about government playing
a
vital role in
they have a whole lot
safe
of
spaces for women in the public. Now, what are these policies you deem fit that the government should draft, and not just drafting, also implement these policies to ensure that women have access to this empowerment we're talking about?
Okay, number one, no gender discrimination.
Okay.
and they should. This one now, if for example politics, a woman wants this position and she has followed the due process, don't come and say because she's a woman, then you just boycott some things, or maybe you like put up a particular process that you know that this one she might flop. Because actually if two people are actually vying for a position, if they want, like if they know the two persons, they know some things about them, they can actually put up something and they know that okay, this particular person cannot pass through this process, this person will flop. It's something they can actually do intentionally if they want to do. But one of the policies is no gender discrimination. There should be equal rights to the women and to the men. Politically, it should not just be the men. Now in the Senate House, how many women?
I don't even think they are. Are they up to 10?
Just few.
Most of the political appointments, because some of this stuff they actually do not maybe contest for some of this position. The president just come once it's sworn into power, he just appoints people. In the whole appointments, if it's 12 persons, if we have like 5 women, we have like 7 men. It's not bad. Yeah. But when you come and everybody, you are already discriminating. Like you're not saying it, but from your action, it's so clear.
Yeah. So now, how do we? Because, like I said, a lot of the time, it seems like men, are the obstacles to a lot of this, the true empowerment happening. Although, for me, I would say it's 50-50 for me, to just be fair, because sometimes, like I said before, women hinder women progress.
Yes.
So,
don't support women.
Yeah. So how do we bring the men, on board? It's not a woman thing, it's not a man thing, it's a we thing. We have 2 genders on this earth, man, woman. You cannot do one without the other.
Yeah.
So we can work together to make, this thing functional. So how do we bring the men aboard, first of all? And then how do we bring, most importantly, because we're talking about our agenda, creating empowerment for us, creating a brighter future for women, creating a safe space for women. How do we bring more women aboard? Because a lot of women, I'm telling you, a lot of women are not. They don't, it's not a, it is, they are very, they say it too. Oh, she's a woman. They say it. Even a woman says it.
What can she offer?
Exactly.
The man is supposed to occupy that position. I think that's where envy and jealousy sets in.
Sometimes I don't even think it's about the envy and jealousy. It's just the lack of faith in them, because you've always said she's a woman. So how do we bring both genders on board, the men, the women, because this is something we all have to do together, because it's an issue that we both caused. It's not caused by only the men. It wasn't caused, both women and men caused this issue. Because if we were right, or if we were on par right from the beginning, we won't have to be creating empowerment for women. Women will already know that they are empowered. So how can we together as a society, first of all, how can we bring the men along? How can we bring the women along?
Okay, let's answer that in a few minutes.
Yeah,
time is against us.
Okay, how we can bring the men on board, and also the like how both genders can actually work together.
Yeah.
Number one, the men need to actually see us as equal to them. The only place where the whole submission and everything comes in is in marriage. Okay. I'm not your wife, so don't expect the so-called I have to submit to you. See me as a colleague.
Okay.
See me as another person God created, just like you. It's just few things that are actually different from both of us. And we should also like try to attain some of these heights that most men actually go for. So when some of these opportunities are actually created, will be available to actually fit
Get
in.
there.
We should give all we can to attain, and whatever opportunities we get, we should make sure we do our best, just the way the men would also give their best to it.
All right.
Yeah.
And this way, I think we'll have a balance.
Okay, so in just like 2 words or 3 words, what will you say to the women out there?
Okay, my fellow women, I'm a woman. Yeah, I'm so proud to be one. What I would say to the women out there is, women, stand up to your dreams, stand up to your goals. You are not a weak vessel. That thing you actually want to achieve can be done. Get self-awareness, keep pursuing, don't give up, don't slow down. You can always be at the top.
All right.
Yes, thank you for that, and we very much enjoyed our time with you on the show.
Thank you so much.
But we have come to the end of the Engender show for today, and as she has said, as a woman, go for it. I mean, what do you have to lose? Anyways, go for it. I am Bukola Ogungbeje.
Women empowerment is a cornerstone for every tribe in society. Trust me, no matter your background, educational qualification, you have the right to have an access to this empowerment. Till we come your way again, I am Confidence Reuben.